Sony may skip PS5 Pro this generation, a DualSense Edge review roundup, Spider-Man 2 is a massive game, The Last of Us TV series huge success, all that and more in today's PlayStation news. Let's get into them. Sony may skip PS5 Pro this generation. We have more rumors regarding the launch of the new PS5 with a detachable disc drive and whether if it's a PS5 Pro or a slim version. Tom Henderson, who broke this story last year, mentioned on Twitter he doesn't think it's one or the other and understands this is just Gen 2 of the regular PS5. That normal PS5 will cease production at the end of 2023 and the new one starts production in April to launch in September. The Gen 1 console wouldn't be ceased production if the new one is a different SKU proposition. It's just a mean to reduce costs given they only have to build one console since the disc drive is optional. Henderson goes further regarding a PS5 Pro, saying he is not entirely sure and doesn't feel the regular has been fully utilized yet, that he has heard more about a PS6 than a PS5 Pro. So it would seem Sony may not repeat the same steps as the last generation and only do PS5 redesigns until the next generation console with PS6. Still, all the definition of the upcoming system redesign sounds like a PS5 Slim to me. Are you waiting for a PS5 Pro to be released in the future? Let us know in the comments. A DualSense Edge review roundup. Sony's new DualSense Edge is out this week and reviewers believe it's a good piece of hardware but not without its issues. IGN's Matthew Adler indicated there's a ton of fantastic tech packed into a controller that's virtually the same as a DualSense, albeit at nearly triple the price, such as the function buttons that let you quickly tweak profiles, the interchangeable back buttons, and the easily replaceable sticks. His one complaint is the lack of a substantial battery improvement. Then we have Cameron Faulkner from The Verge, who said the new Pro controller is not a must for people satisfied with the standard controller. It's a better option if you play on PC since Steam recognizes mouse buttons, but you can use profiles or back buttons. If you want a pro-grade controller for PS5 and don't mind taking a hit in battery, you will probably be happy owning one. Next is Andy Robinson from BGC, who also points out the 200 tag was not going to be appealing to everyone, but for competitive players the quality of its build, sleek software integration, and customization options means it's the most premium PS5 controller you can buy. Last we have Games Radar Plus with Duncan Robertson, who acknowledges the premium feeling, and while there are great quality of life updates, the Edge doesn't truly fix the DualSense issues. And for the high cost, you can get a slew of third-party controllers with more buttons and only a few less features. So it seems if you can tolerate the poor battery life and have the cash to spend, there's no wrong in going with the Pro Edge controller given the improved gameplay experience. Are you getting the DualSense Edge or sticking to a regular DualSense controller? Share with us in the comments. Spider-Man 2 is a massive game. Yuri Lowenthal's Spider-Man voice actor is the latest to join in on voice actor teases toward the upcoming sequel for later this year. In an interview with comicbookmovie.com, the voice actor commented on how much work he has left, indicating he's still got a little bit to do. It's a massive game, so I'm still doing a little bit of work. Lowenthal continues talking in regard to the release date. I know they are confident about the release date and Insomniac has always been good about that. Obviously I can't really talk about the game much, but I will tell you that it's astonishing. Anything can happen through 2023, but this eases any worries a bit, since we haven't seen the game other than its reveal in 2021. Not only has Insomniac been great at nailing their last few releases, but Sony overall, with Santa Monica shipping God of War Ragnarok in November last year, only Horizon saw a small delay from fall 2021 to February 2022. So what do you think? Will Spider-Man 2 make its scale launch for fall this year? Place your bets in the comments. The Last of Us TV series huge success. The Last of Us TV series success continues after its second episode, and it has even helped boost game sales. According to HBO, the TV series' second episode drew 5.7 million viewers, which is a 22% increase over the opening 4.7 million viewers for the premiere episode, and that one is already at 18 million viewers. This marks the largest week-to-audience growth for an HBO original drama series in the history of the network, said HBO in a press release. This is now starting to reflect in game sales, at least in the UK. Neither game placed high in the UK charts, with the PS5 remake being in the 20th place and the PS4 remaster in the 32nd one, but both games enjoyed a huge boost with a 238% and 322% sales boost respectively. And we're talking after the TV series debut, so expect both games to continue climbing and maybe even appear in other regions' sales charts as well. What did you think about The Last of Us Episode 2 and the success of the series so far? Voice your opinion in the comments. Microsoft requests Sony's presence in court. In a turn of events that no one saw coming, Microsoft has requested Sony's presence in court to help them fight the FTC lawsuit for the Activision merger case. Microsoft wants Sony to show their production capabilities by providing a sneak peek into their pipeline for the judge to see the merger is not a threat to other companies. The court order was issued on January 17 and a reply was expected by the 20th, but there were some problems with the recipient, so an extension has been issued until the 27th. Sony and Microsoft will apparently need to negotiate the scope of SIE's production schedule that will be shown, as Microsoft continues building their defense since they have until April 7th. It's not the only case Microsoft will have to attend after a US district court in California denied the company's request to delay the Gamers vs Microsoft lawsuit until after the case with the FTC was finished. So these are the latest developments on the merger, and we should see more news soon, as the European regulator may be issuing a warning letter to Microsoft and the UK CMA prepares to reveal its verdict in the coming months. What do you think about this? Sound off in the comments. Now let's go for a round of quickfire game news. Crystal Dynamics is ending support for Marvel's Avengers less than 3 years from launch. The Fail Live service will receive one last patch on March 31st, and support will be completely dropped in September. That means no further bug fixes, but the game will be playable in single player and online multiplayer indefinitely. To everyone with a copy of the game, they will be giving all cosmetic items for free, and anyone who purchases currency will see that converted into in-game resources. In more from Crystal Dynamics, it seems the team that was working on Avengers support will be moved to working on the next Tomb Raider, which is well into production using Unreal Engine 5. The reveal of the project is likely to happen later this year. CD Projekt Red has confirmed the physical edition of The Witcher 3 PS5 version will launch starting this January 26 in most regions. In the US it will go for $40, again it includes the main game and all free and paid DLC, but no physical goodies. In more news about CD Projekt but now about Cyberpunk 2077, a new WCCF Tech article indicates the upcoming Phantom Liberty expansion will enjoy the biggest budget for a DLC in the studio's history. Respawn is hard at work in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Survivors, but they are working on an upcoming Star Wars FPS that may include multiplayer. The studio is looking for a senior gameplay engineer that should have prior experience in multiplayer games. WWE and 2K have announced this year's WWE 2K23 that will be released on March 17 with John Cena as the cover star, and other additions include the deluxe and icon with extra digital goodies and 3-day early access on March 14. Bad Bunny will be a pre-order bonus. Devolver Digital has announced that Call of the Lamb will receive a new DLC called The Old Faith. It's a free content update with new combat moves, dungeons, endgame content, and more when it releases in early 2023. After multiple delays, The Lord of the Rings Gollum apparently has a new release date according to Nacon's financial report. The game was supposed to launch several times through 2022, but will now do so between April and September 2023. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. What are your thoughts on them? Share them in the comments below, let me know your feedback by liking or disliking this video, check out other videos you may enjoy while you're here, and consider subscribing for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!